Hi everybody, welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee. And this is me, Oberon, with my outlook on the emotional exchanges. It's my weekly reading for the elemental signs of the zodiac, and I ask what, why, and where. The three questions, which basically pertain to your emotional geography, what's coming to you emotionally speaking, why is it important, and where is it leading to? And I use the Modern Love Tarot. This beautiful deck by Ethany with art by Lucy Morningstar. It's very resonant, very much about the diversity. So as I mentioned, I do this for the elemental signs of the zodiac. So we're going to start with the air signs. And air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So emotionally speaking, vibrations, essences, whatever, what is coming to the air signs? And it's a message. It's the Page of Wands. Let's put them more in the light there. And the Page of Wands, it's the vibration that's coming to you. It may be that I feel like some friendship or thing that you thought was a friendship is not really working out that way. Maybe you thought somebody new you might have met might be a new friend, but maybe there's something not quite right there. I'm not going to say anything, dramatic like you're being used or anything, but I just sort of feel like maybe it was a fair weather friend and it may amount to nothing. But so therefore, why would that be important then? And it's the reversed Seven of Pentacles. Ooh, that is interesting. It just seems to me like maybe it was a missed opportunity then, that maybe there was something here and that maybe it was more on your part why this friendship or this situation didn't develop more, because maybe you decided to move on to something different or to work with a different kind of energy or flow at this time, emotionally speaking or otherwise. So where will all of this lead to then? And it's the Queen of Pentacles. And I guess this is saying that perhaps you're retreating from a friendship or a situation that could be a friendship to work on yourself, to work on your own creativity, your own projects. Maybe there's a lot of nuance there. Maybe you felt there were people who were just really there to take advantage of you. The Page of Wands reverse could indicate some squabbles or some, bad intentions. But it all seems to work out. I mean, basically where it's leading to is you finding your own strength, your own creative purpose. So let's move on then to the affirmation for the air signs. And for that, I use the Universal Love Tarot. Or no, it's actually an oracle deck. I should be used to that by now. And it's by Tony Carmine Salerno. And I really like it. It's very nice. It's about 20 years old. Banshee had it somewhere sitting around in one of her cupboards, and I said, I need something that has a nice affirmation kind of thing for love, emotions. And she said, I know what you need. So here it is. Air's affirmation for the week. Yes, meditation. Good old meditation. Your soul is yearning to communicate. Sit quietly and listen. Allow the light of your soul to swell in your heart. Pay attention to the guidance that comes through. Whether you are struggling to find a solution or gain direction, stop and take refuge. Give your mind the chance to be still. Meditate upon a loving thought For it is through love that all becomes clear. And so, of course, this is especially good if this is about an emotional situation that ended up making you feel like you needed to kind of cut your losses here or get away from that and focus on yourself. And what better way to do that than through meditation? So, air signs, I wish you luck with all of that. I think it was really nice. So now we're going to move on to the fire signs. And fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. It's very transformative fire energies, you know. I have to say that because, you know, Banshee is Aries. Now let's give them a good shuffle and see what's going on. And of course, once again, we're asking those questions: what, why, and where. All right. What is coming towards you, emotionally speaking, vibrationally, energy-wise? Ooh, it's the Hierophant. So what is coming towards you, maybe in terms of the emotional vibe, is something that resonates as kind of conventional, maybe even overly conventional. Maybe you're a free spirit in emotional matters, but maybe somebody or some situation is coming across as sort of, you know, mind your manners, you know, don't get out of line, don't do anything too kooky. Maybe this is a person you meet who's very opposite from you. So maybe, of course, you could be the one who's more conventional and maybe they're unconventional. But I think it's more the latter. So why is this important? It's the Six of Swords reversed. This situation maybe will keep you somewhere that maybe you need to focus on at this time, fire signs, that maybe there's something here about your recent past that is still unresolved in certain ways. It is possible that maybe this connection had already happened, this situation with societal conformity, and maybe you still have to address some of that in some respects. And of course, it could mean a couple different things. Maybe you're really violently opposed to being conventional, and so you're going to have to just really resolve that. So where does it lead to? Interesting. And you get the Empress, and the Empress is upright. And of course, the Empress is absolutely like the Queen of Pentacles on steroids, which we had for the air signs. This is saying really manifestation, fertility, a growthful, creative time, something really important happening. And it's kind of weird because it doesn't exactly mix with these other ideas here, you know, this idea of maybe allowing yourself to kind of formalize in certain ways, perhaps if you weren't, and maybe realize that you still have work to do from your recent past, and this will actually bring a really creative situation to you, something that would really be beneficial. So, okay, I get that now. So let's look at the fire's affirmation. And once again, that's from the Universal Love Oracle deck. And I'm just going to kind of grab one at random. There we go. And oh, it's forgiveness. I'll just lay that right there. Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion and mercy, walks with a fiery dragon at her feet. Yet she holds no fear. Kuan Yin's energy constantly radiates love, compassion, and mercy to all living things. These energies have tamed the dragon that now follows her with devotion. Kuan Yin has shown up in your reading today to offer you her assistance. A situation in your life is in need of healing. The way to resolve this issue is through forgiveness. Show compassion and mercy towards all involved. Know that in forgiving, you are not necessarily condoning another's actions. Forgiveness simply means that you are prepared to release yourself from ongoing negative attachment. Kuan Yin bestows her blessing. And I think that's really beautiful. And Banshee, if you're out there watching me today, you know how much we both feel devoted to Kuan Yin at times. So I think it's really awesome. For many years as part of a ritual group that did some public performances, but also some private things, we had a very meditative kind of ceremony that invoked the sense of Kuan Yin and her compassion. And we even had the dragon in the meditation too, as I recall, because of course that's a part of her awesome legendary. So when I look at the cards, of course, I feel like maybe this is a situation that maybe didn't end well recently for some reason, and there's still an opportunity for either or both of you to extend forgiveness to each other, or however that situation worked. And of course, you have only really to gain, that this would actually be very beautiful and empowering to you. So I wish you luck. All right. And so now we will move to the water signs. The water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And they tend to be a lot more into their own sense of heightened emotionality anyway, regardless of other things astrological about them, perhaps. I know this because I'm a Scorpio. And some people say it's hard to read me, but underneath the surface, I think I'm pretty emotional. All right, so water signs, what is coming towards you? What emotional situations, energies of the like? And emotionally speaking, it looks to me like you're trying to really be fierce and direct. It's the Eight of Wands. It's upright. You sort of have a feeling like things are really moving quickly, and I imagine towards you. And so this maybe is increased sense of sensuality or emotionality. So for single people, you may be feeling like you're trying to make an impression or get to know somebody better, or you're moving into a relationship. With people who are already in a relationship, it may be that there's movement still. Maybe the movement involves, kind of new explorations. It's kind of lovely. I like this idea that the person in the forefront seems to be holding the hand of somebody who's just kind of out of sight there, as if they're sort of pulling them along, saying, this is a grand adventure. And of course, it's about the emotions. So why is this important if I haven't just already said that? Oh dear. It's important because I think for the water signs, maybe they have felt really stagnant and inert, emotionally speaking. Maybe they really felt things sucked, to put it mildly. You can't really argue with that. It just sort of felt like nothing was happening, or that things were really depressed and morbid in a way. So where is this leading to, water signs? It's the King of Pentacles. And it seems like maybe you just didn't really have or know how to handle management-wise what was going on emotionally for you, that maybe You just really lacked the skill to have things organized or accessible, um, or really finished. Like maybe there were just too many unfinished things going on emotionally for you. And so, where this leads to is maybe sort of strengthening your will and your outlook on where you are emotionally, and understand what's important to you and how you should be directing yourself toward that. Okay, so we're going to do the Universal Love Oracle deck by Tony Carmine Salerno, and we will see what kind of water affirmation the water signs need. It's retreat. The angel in this image is asking that you retreat. Have you been trying too hard to make something happen? Remember, when something you strive for feels constantly out of reach, or you are faced with obstacles, it does not necessarily mean that you are on the wrong path. Setbacks are often here to help us. Maybe you could change your emphasis or approach. Maybe it's simply a question of timing. Close your mind. Forget about the issues at hand for a while. Know that in retreat, you will find the answer, and that all happens with divine timing. And I like that. It does seem like maybe there's a sense of the water signs feeling like they have to really challenge what's going on in their emotional life right now and get control of it. But maybe, it also involves lying low, going inward a little bit, and absorbing stuff. And so maybe the inertia feeling we have right now means that's also good for us to have this reverie, this maybe trying to put it together and understand. Okay, so that's what I had for the water signs. So we're going to conclude with our earth sign friends. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. This one's for you. And of course, a lot of things are going on astrologically too. It is Mercury retrograde still for at least another week or so before it begins its slide back out. So it's still a few weeks we're going to feel some effects of that. And that mostly affects communications, but we're also dealing with Pluto retrograde. And I think there's just a lot of things that are not meshing well with other things that are more of the normative, so that things we normally expect to happen, there now seem to be subject to some unusual stuff going on. And a lot of this could have to do with how we relate to each other emotionally. We're in Taurus right now, so I feel that could be there. Earth signs. What is coming towards you? And it's the reverse Three of Wands. Earth signs, this is probably a difficult time emotionally. You may feel like retreating in some ways, or that maybe your plans for your emotional life need to change. If you're single, maybe you've realized that you're not going where you want to go. Maybe there's something else to do that's either equivalent, pursuing a different interest, emotionally speaking, or just being involved with other friendships too, because of course the wands are about that too. So why is this important? And we have justice reversed. I wonder if you feel compelled to move into a different direction because you feel something unfair has happened to you, that maybe somebody misunderstood you, maybe it's Mercury retrograde, maybe somebody didn't perceive your intentions correctly. They maybe thought you were or more interested in you as a friend or as something more, and maybe they were or were not something more themselves. So it gets confusing, but I think that's why it's important, is because something doesn't understand something else. And so an unfairness may have happened because of that. So where is this leading to? It may be about that moving to a different direction, because we have the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands does look like a different direction, a new direction opening up. It looks like it's about friendship or enterprise, and maybe we have rethought, we will be rethinking our plans and realizing we just need to go our own way, go into a different direction, pursue something else that we know seems to be maybe working out better for us or would work out better. So I'm going to use the universal love one more time. And we're going to have Earth's affirmation. Guardian. At times we feel alone, even in the midst of company. The Guardian is here to assure you that you are never alone. You are loved more than you can possibly imagine. Notice the guardian angel in this image. The lady feels alone, yet she is not. An angel is close to you at the moment and wants you to know it. You may feel its presence throughout the coming days. Watch out for synchronicities. Perhaps it will be through a song you hear or through a falling leaf or feather. Keep an open heart and above all trust. Remember, angels never intrude, though occasionally they may interverse if we are in danger. They illuminate our path and help us feel safe. You can call for their help at any time. If you have been pondering what path to take, remember your guardian angel will support and protect you regardless. Ultimately, there are no right or wrong decisions, only different experiences. Let go of apprehension and fear. Follow your heart and know you are always protected. And that's really nice, because I think something is going along and maybe you feel like you need to forego a certain situation. Maybe it is a relationship, maybe it is the company of other people, maybe it's like a community that you feel estranged from, or maybe it's your family or something like that, but you are not alone. So remember this affirmation and realize that something new is coming. I guess I should be showing those things, eh? So that's what I have for Earth, and also for all of us today on our outlook on the emotional exchanges. Just want to thank everybody for coming. Don't forget to watch Banshee's Material Matters at 10 a.m. on Sunday. And then, of course, our live stream is on tonight, too. We weren't on last night, Thursday night, because I had a commitment somewhere else. So watch us tonight live at 7 to 9 p.m. And then, of course, we'll be on Sunday for our live stream from 2 to 4 p.m. So that's it, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.